Hi, kindergartners. This is Miss Moses, and I'm here for our Thursday morning math lesson. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different where you're going to need to download this app on your phone or on a tablet, whatever you have. It doesn't work on a computer, but if you have a phone or an iPad or a tablet, that will work. So it's the GeoBoard app. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to use these rubber bands to make different shapes on this GeoBoard to try to make a picture. So with the rubber bands, I drag one, and I can put it on, and then I stretch it out with my finger. There's a triangle. 3 sides make a triangle. Open it up. 4 equal sides make a square. Then I can stretch it out for 1 long side, 2 long sides. I made a rectangle. So I made a square, I made a rectangle, I made a triangle. I could even open this up and make a really big triangle. I could make a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides. To delete, I tap on it and then I press the trash can. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a picture using these rubber bands to make different shapes. So I'm going to be using the shapes square, rectangle, hexagon, and triangle. Those 4 shapes today. No circles. You can't make a circle on the GeoBoard because we can only do straight lines. To make a circle, we need to have curved lines, and we can't do that on the GeoBoard. So, by the end of our lesson today, students will be able to build pictures using 2D shapes. So, we will be able to build pictures using 2D shapes. And we're going to do that on our GeoBoards on the app. So, first, let's remember that 2D shapes are flat. Let's think about some of the 2D shapes that we learned about yesterday. We learned about the triangle has 3 sides. A square has 4 equal sides, 4 sides that are all the same length. A rectangle has 4 sides. 2 of the sides are long, 2 of the sides are short. We also learned about a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides. Okay, so what's going to happen is on your GeoBoard, you're going to make a picture using rubber bands, and then you're going to count how many triangles, how many hexagons, how many squares, and how many rectangles you used. Okay, so I think I'm going to start by making a rectangle. Like that. And then I'll make a square over here. I'll make a triangle over here. And triangle over here. And a triangle over here. A triangle over here. And a triangle over here. So I just made this picture now, and I was trying to make it look kind of like a butterfly. So to make my butterfly kind of like a butterfly, how many triangles did I use? I did those yellow ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 triangles, so I'll write a 4. Did I use any hexagons, any 6-sided shapes? No, 0 hexagons. What about squares? Did I have any squares? No, 0 squares. What about a rectangle? Yeah, there's 1 rectangle, that 1 rectangle that goes right down the middle with 2 long sides and 2 short sides. So I used 4 triangles and 1 rectangle to make my butterfly. Okay, now I'm going to try to draw. Okay, now I'm going to try to make something else using my GeoBoard with the different shapes. So last time I used rectangles and triangles. This time I'm going to try to use some different shapes. Hexagon. Okay, so I just made this picture on my GeoBoard. And now I need to count how many triangles did I use, how many hexagons did I use, how many squares did I use, and how many rectangles did I use. Well, I see those 2 green triangles. So I'm going to write a 2 for 2 triangles because I used 2 triangles. And then I did one shape that had 6 sides. That's called a hexagon. I had 1 hexagon. 2 triangles, 1 hexagon. 0 squares. There are no squares that I used. What about rectangles? Did I use any rectangles? No, 0 rectangles. So I was trying to make kind of like an airplane. And to make my airplane, I used 1 hexagon and 2 triangles. All right, let's try another different one. Rectangle. For this one, I was trying to make a tree. How many triangles did I use in the tree? There are no triangles in that tree. Yeah, 0. Did I use any hexagons? No, 0 hexagons. What about squares? Oh, I did all those squares up in the tree bush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 squares. Are there any rectangles? Yeah, there's 1 rectangle. So to make my tree, I used 6 squares and 1 rectangle. All right, so now it's going to be your turn on your GeoBoard. You can try to make a picture with the rubber bands, and then I want you to count how many triangles, how many hexagons, how many squares, and how many rectangles you used. And then after you're done building some pictures to find how many triangles and hexagons and squares and rectangles, it would be really fun for you just to explore making some pictures by yourself just with the rubber bands and see what kind of pictures you can create because it's a really fun app. I hope you like using the GeoBoard. Okay, kindergarteners, thanks for doing our math lesson. Bye for now.